Why am I talking about death? Is there something going on? Why do we have to look at this right now? Why did it pop up on your screen? Every now and then, I get a very powerful request from the human collective or Gaia, often both, to look at something, talk about it, discuss it, and basically address it for the larger collective. Death happens every single day all around our beautiful planet. But we in the West don't really talk about it much. In fact, we have sanitized it, boxed it away, out of view, and generally don't really see it. And unless you're over 60, the likelihood of you looking at the obituaries in your local newspaper is probably nil. There is a lot of resistance to look at mortality in our age and culture. This means that you may feel a huge resistance to look at the information that I'm providing about this topic. You may also experience a loss of memory after reading it or hearing it, not knowing what you've learned in the past 10 minutes and having to rewind. You may also fall asleep while reading or listening to this information. And this is all normal. So, why am I talking about this right now? It came up to be looked at and reviewed. I got a request for it to be done from the human collective, and I said yes. I began putting together this information several months ago, and OMG, I was hit with one after another resistance and situation that stopped me from advancing. I realized very quickly that the resistance and time it took to create this were part of the process, the larger collective process, that many barriers and firewalls had to be broken down for the collective to receive this information right now. The unspoken truth. Why now? I'm told every day from people I know that a friend or one of their relatives or neighbors or co-workers, etc., has passed away. At first I thought it was my age, when you reach a certain age and then suddenly it is no longer strange or weird that people die. But these people were not elderly, at least not all of them. And what is elderly these days? 85 and above. No, these people were in their 20s, 30s, 40s, etc. If you're resisting looking at this topic, my suggestion would be for you to look at it anyway. Looking at death, talking about it, and learning about it is not a curse, does not accelerate the process, and does not mean that someone near you will therefore die. The information I want to share with you talks about truth never before discussed openly. It talks about our true nature as human beings, and what this means to our souls and our bodies when we die. Knowing and learning about death ensures you make a conscious and high-frequency decision when it comes to you or another person's death with regards to the afterlife, and in your case, whether to go or stay.